Hey there! Do you have trouble recruiting the right talent? One of the most important things that you can do to help your business grow is get the right people on the bus. In today's video, we are going to talk about exactly that. What are the kind of interview questions that you can ask to ensure that the person you hire is the right person for you and right person for the job? I'm Sirisha Ravuri and I am your online breakthrough consultant. If you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so that you are updated on all the amazing videos that we keep on posting. In my last video, we spoke about eligibility versus suitability and how it is important to always hire for suitability because eligibility is something that we can train for and we can always make up for as long as they have some knowledge. Whereas suitability is very important because this person needs to be the right fit for the job. And when they are the right fit for the job, they will obviously learn and try to improve and become good at their work. If you haven't already seen the previous video, you can click on the link right up here and go watch that video either after you're done with this or whenever you're free. Now, let's get right into the questions that you need to ask at an interview. There are a lot of common questions. I won't be getting into those because those you can find online. Just Google it and you will find it. These questions that I'm going to get into now are examples of questions that you can ask specifically to decide whether this person is suitable for the job or not. When you ask a question like, tell me something about yourself, you are giving them an open-ended opportunity to talk about themselves. Please pay attention to exactly what they say. What are the topics they're covering? This is what is going on in their mind all the time. And this will give you a clue to what exactly this candidate is thinking about and what is important to this candidate. Another question that you can ask is, talk to me about your failures. When you say that, there will be participants who may say that I don't have any failures. That is a big red sign for you, because if they don't have failures, then there is something wrong, right? Another question that you can ask is, what is the biggest goof up that you've had? Describe it. This is in connection to the failures, so you can do either of these questions. But when people talk about their failures, notice what they're focusing on. If they tell you, I didn't have any failures, this person is not a suitable person for any job because they don't either accept their failures, or if they've had failures, they don't look at it as something that they need to overcome. Whereas if a person replies with a specific goof up or a failure and talks about how they overcame it, you will get an idea of how this person handles challenges and mistakes. And don't penalize them for the failures because these are things that they have learned from. And it's a good thing if they have learned from their failures. It's good for the job. You can also ask the candidate, where do you see yourself 10 years from now? The answer to this question will give you an indication whether this candidate is someone who has an ambition, is someone who plans their future, and how important do they consider this particular job in achieving their 10-year goal. Another question you could ask them is, who inspires you the most and why? You will come to understand what kind of people are role models for this candidate. And you should always know that a candidate will emulate their role model. So you will get an idea of what they're aspiring to be. And that is how they will aspire to work at your organization as well. Another thing that you could ask them is, describe your proudest moment at work. This will give you an indication of the wonderful things that they have done in the past, so you can expect something similar from them in this role as well. Also notice how they talk when they talk about their proudest moment. Do their eyes light up? Do they become more animate? What are they saying? How are they describing it? That will show you how passionate this person is about the work that they're doing. And you would love to have passionate people in your company. You can also ask people questions that are situation specific. A case study of something that they might encounter at work. Something like, if your boss gives you 5 major tasks together, What do you do? How do you handle it? That answer will tell you how this person would actually handle a situation. The way they think and answer on their feet during the interview will give you an idea of what they would do in a real situation like that. You can also ask them a question like, what do you do in a conflict situation? How do you handle it? See what they're doing. Are they talking about resolving the conflict? Are they talking about calling the superior? Are they talking about ignoring it and walking away? What exactly is the way they handle conflict? And is that something that you are looking for in a candidate, someone who will be the right fit for your team? Another question that you could ask them is, what if there is a major deadline coming up and two of your co-workers are slacking off? What do? This answer will give you an indication of how well they deal with pressure, how they interact with their fellow colleagues, and when a responsibility is given to them, how much of that responsibility they actually take. How much work do they put in to ensure that their responsibility is completed. Some more questions that you could ask are personality specific. You could ask, what makes you really angry at work? Or what gives you the greatest pleasure at work? Or you could ask, what irritates you the most at work? So you could ask them questions about their work and what kind of emotion they attach to it. So those were the questions that you could ask to ensure that you get the right people on the bus. Remember, hire for suitability. Hire people who would be fit for the kind of work that you're doing and the kind of people that you want for the specific task. Eligibility is something that can be improved upon. If they have the right attitude and they have everything that you need to get the job done, they will always learn, they will always grow. All the best, and keep hiring for making sure that you have the right people on the bus. Tell me, have you experienced a really crazy interview? What was the craziest interview candidate like? Let me know in the comments below and I would love to have a good laugh. I'm sure you liked this video. If you did like it, please hit the like button, share it with your friends so that they know how to get the right people on the bus as well, and consider subscribing to our channel so that you can get such amazing content right when we release it, and please click the bell icon so that you are notified when we release new content. We release new content every Wednesday, so stay tuned. If you haven't seen our previous video yet, please watch the video on eligibility versus suitability, how to hire the right candidate every time, right there. Until next time.